to Moraga, California for two unbeaten, the Oregon Ducks and the St. Mary's Gales. Hi, everybody. I'm Steve Biziak. This is Krista Blunk, and we've got a special night in Northern California. The last time St. Mary's won the West Coast Conference was 1997. Ernie Kent was their coach. That was 1997. Now they celebrate that team, and Oregon is in town, and their coach, the same Ernie Kent. That's right, and they are celebrating, and Coach Kent said it's going to be an emotional moment. He said we've got to keep our emotions in check, but he had nothing but praise for that 97 team. He said they were just a great group of guys. He compares them actually to his team this year. He said they're just great on and off the court. And Krista, who are you featuring in your Star Watch? When you look at Oregon right now, Malik Hairston, he has completely changed his game around, worked on his strength and conditioning in the offseason, and it has paid off. For St. Mary's, it's Diamond Simpson. First team, all WCC last year. His numbers are up there, and he's second all-time in blocks. For the lineups, Oregon is back. St. Mary's leads by 12 after watching Patrick Mills play in this game. I think everybody in the country might be saying, we've got to go recruit down under. Australia's got some pretty good players. And they're also saying, that's not a freshman. I know that's not a freshman. They're going to be asking for his birth certificate, I think. His line is amazing. 19-year-old true freshman out of Australia, has 27 points, 4 assists, and no turnovers in 25 minutes. And the poise he has displayed while leading his team on the floor has been uncharacteristic of any 19-year-old I've seen. I agree. Maybe Magic Johnson. It's amazing how he gets his teammates involved, but yet he's such a big factor of the offense. 27 points, but yet every single player but one has scored on his team also. He just gets everybody involved, and because of the fact that he is such a factor, that teams are going to double team him, it opens up everybody else out of the court. You know, there was a freshman who played at a WCC school that had that kind of poise. He played at Santa Clara. Yes, now playing for the Phoenix Suns. I think I know that player, yes, Steve Nash. He's pretty good. He's good as a freshman. Yeah, deceiving. Watching him lead his team to the WCC Tournament Championship. Well, when you look at a player like Patrick Mills, they list him at 6 feet. He looks athletic, but he doesn't look like he would be able to do the things that he does out there. Very deceptive. And Mills worked for that foul. Held his dribble, but moved into Marty Lunin, who is off balance. Well, they'd love to get Marty Lunin out of there. He has been a tough one for them to take. Getting out on the break. Late in this game, not afraid to run. Patrick Mills, the finish by Hughes. The Aussies get the lead up there. They are ringing the court with oranges. Steve Biziak and Krista Blunk here at McKeon Pavilion. Sold out for number 11 Oregon and for the St. Mary's Gales. It's been a lot of fun, a lot of high energy in the first half. So much going on. They had the alumni game early on, and you just saw that 97 team, and all 14 members of that team here to celebrate, and emotional moments for everybody. But how about St. Mary's coming out, giving this crowd something to cheer about? Boy, did they ever. They had as big as an 8-point lead. Patrick Mills with 17 first half points. And Mills, the young man, a freshman, just 19 years old from Australia, absolutely brilliant. He makes great decisions. You know, he definitely sees the court so well. He reads when the defense is off of him. He's got great range, not afraid to take the three. He's got double figures, but his defense in particular, they only gave him 2 steals. I'm telling you, Steve, he had more than 2 steals out there, I think. But I like him at both ends of the court. But on the other side, Tawan Porter, right back at you. Hit some big ones late, 2 for 4 behind the three-point arc. He's got 10 in this one. He was also scrappy on the defensive end, but he was really the lift that kind of got him back into this game. It is Feast Week here on the ESPN. Off the dribble, just giving himself spacing, just with the dribble and then fading away. Body contact, sort of leaning in, fades away with that one. But I love what he does with the ball in his hands and how he's able to get enough space. He's got a great crossover, but he gives himself space off the dribble. It's really impressive how he really sets up plays, makes plays happen. And I thought Cameron Brown's defense was pretty good. He was right there. Trying for the rebound. I really believe, Krista, that yes, Oregon's got to make some baskets, but they've got to put together some defensive stops because Randy Bennett's team has had too many easy shot opportunities. Yeah, I think the defense is hurting them right now, and it's something that Ernie Kent said
we can always improve on the defense, even though he's happy with where his team is, a little bit better this year than last year at this point. He said, the defense isn't where I want the defense. We had an exceptional defensive team last year, and it's not quite there yet.
Ernie Kent, maybe this is the time they make the run, because he did have that one turnover, though.
Yeah.
How dare he?
Maybe some push-ups or something extra in practice this week, I think. That was just, and he's had the ball in his hands non-stop this whole game. One turnover.
I thought they might be limited with athleticism, taking on Oregon the way Oregon likes to spread the floor. But defensively, they stayed in front of their man consistently tonight.
That's one thing we haven't talked enough of, I don't think, is St. Mary's defense. They had a great rotation defensively. They forced a lot of those turnovers that Oregon committed. High turnovers early, but that's because the help side D came over. They drew the charges. We haven't talked nearly enough about their defense, and that's something that Randy Bennett prides himself in, that pressure. He wants constant pressure, not necessarily full-court pressure, just bodies up on players.
And you're right, a lot of times it came from the help side.
Yeah.
On rebounds, too.
Yes.